Stop. Before you scroll, before you doubt, before you tell yourself this isn't for you, listen. Because this moment right now could be the one that changes everything. You're not born with a winner's mindset. You build it. You bleed for it. You battle for it. It's not about where you came from. It's about what you're becoming. And the truth is, no one's coming to save you. It's you. It's always been you. So let's cut the noise. Let's drop the excuses. And let's build the fire that makes the world take notice. Stop. Before you scroll, before you dismiss this as just another motivational speech, take a breath and listen. This isn't noise. This isn't filler. This is your wake up call. Right now, in this very second, there's a version of you that's dying to break free. A version that's been buried under doubt, fear, and the weight of playing it small for far too long. But here's the brutal truth: no one is coming to push you. No one is coming to whisper, knows the time. It's on you. It's always been on you. And if you don't decide to step into that fire, you'll stay exactly where you are, watching life happen instead of living it. The mindset of a winner isn't handed to you. It isn't something you inherit because your parents worked hard or because the world owes you something. The world owes you nothing. That drive, that hunger, that obsession with rising even when it hurts, that's built from scratch. It's earned day by day, moment by moment. You don't stumble into greatness. You grind your way there. You claw through failure. You fall, and you get up faster every single time. A winner isn't afraid of the pain. A winner uses the pain, fuels it into power. You've got to stop waiting for the right time. Because there is no perfect time. There's no magic window where everything will feel aligned. That moment doesn't exist. You either create the mindset, or you wait your whole life for something that's never coming. Winners don't wait. They build. They don't ask if they're ready. They prepare, they show up, and they perform like they were born for it. The mindset of a winner starts with one simple, terrifying truth: you are responsible for your life. And when you stop running from that truth, that's when everything starts to change. Understand, discomfort is the enemy of greatness. The more you run from discomfort, the further you drift from your potential. Winners aren't searching for ease. They're chasing the edge. They're hunting down challenge because they know that's where transformation lies. You cannot stay the same and expect to lead. You cannot avoid growth and expect to win. So ask yourself, when was the last time you demanded more from yourself? Not hoped, not wished, demanded. When was the last time you looked in the mirror and said, this version of me isn't enough anymore? That's the moment when winners are born. You want to win, then you've got to be obsessed with it. You've got to train your mind to see opportunity in chaos, to find power in pressure. While the world is crying about how hard it is, you rise above it. You embrace it. You say, this is where I belong. You don't get there by accident. You don't stumble into greatness while scrolling your life away. You get there by being intentional with your time, your thoughts, your energy. You get there by controlling the inner game. Because when your mindset is sharp, focused, unbreakable, nothing outside of you can touch you. This isn't about talent, it's about mindset. There are people with half your talent doing twice as much simply because they refuse to quit. Winners aren't always the smartest. They're not always the most gifted, but they are always the ones who refuse to stay down. They show up when it's hard. They rise when it's dark. They keep going when no one claps. That's the mindset you need. That's the fire you build. Not once, but every single day. And the moment you start thinking like a winner, you'll stop chasing validation and start creating your legacy. A winner's mindset doesn't hit snooze. It doesn't negotiate with the morning. It doesn't roll over and say, 5 more minutes. A winner is already awake, mind sharp, purpose clear, hunger alive. Before the sun rises, the grind has already begun. While the world sleeps, the winner is out there, training, building, sharpening. That kind of mindset isn't created by accident. It's built through repetition, through relentless daily choices, through a fire inside that refuses to settle for average. The winner isn't waiting to feel ready. They are ready because they've trained their mind to wake up with urgency. Do you know why most people fail? Because they're reactive. They wait for pressure to come before they rise. They wait for life to push them before they move. But a winner doesn't wait to be pushed. They pull themselves forward. They live proactively. They don't start the day hoping something good will happen. They start the day knowing they're going to make it happen. There's no passivity in a winner's mind. Every minute is a weapon. Every morning is an opportunity to separate from the pack. And while others drift aimlessly, a winner moves with precision. This world rewards the focused, not the busy, not the distracted, not the ones chasing 5 different dreams with half the energy. The world bows to the locked in, to the ones who silence the noise, the ones who shut off the world and tune into the mission. Focus isn't a mood, it's a decision. It's the ability to shut out comfort and commit to the hard. Winners don't let their minds wander. They discipline their thoughts like soldiers. When the world is scrolling, they're building. When the world is comparing, they're competing. They know what they want, and they're laser locked on getting it. Ruthlessness isn't cruelty, it's clarity. It's the boldness to cut off distractions, to eliminate excuses, to say no to what doesn't serve the goal. A winner's mindset is unapologetically direct. It doesn't care if others understand. It doesn't seek approval. It protects the vision. You have to be willing to be misunderstood, to walk alone, to be called too intense. That's the price of focus. Winners don't chase comfort, they chase truth. And the truth is, you can't be soft and expect to win. You can't be liked by everyone and still lead. Winners are ruthless with their time, their circle, and their energy. It's not just about waking up early, it's about waking up with intention. What are you doing with your time? What are you feeding your mind? A winner plans the day before it begins. They don't wander into the hours, they attack them. They write the script, they own the pace, and they dominate the clock. There's no room for random habits, no space for emotional decisions. A winner's mind is structured, calculated, and ruthless in execution. And that's what separates the grinders from the dreamers. It's not what you want, it's what you execute. Every single day, the winner walks into the world like it's a battlefield, and they don't step in unarmed. They carry focus like a blade. They wear hunger like armor. They move like everything depends on it, because to them it does. There is no halfway, no try. It's either you rise or you stay behind. And that mindset doesn't come from wishing, it comes from training. Every morning, every hour, every moment of pressure is fuel. A winner doesn't need applause. They don't need to be seen. They just need that mission. And the will to chase it like it's oxygen. You want to win. Then you better stop looking for easy. Stop chasing shortcuts. Stop hoping the road will be smooth. It won't be. It was never meant to be. Winners don't emerge from convenience. They emerge from chaos, from pressure, from pain. You want strength, then step into the fire. Not once, not occasionally, but every damn day. Growth lives where comfort dies. And if you're still running from discomfort, you're not running towards success. You're running from it. The truth is, if you're not suffering a little, you're not doing anything meaningful. Because every great thing comes with a price. The question is, are you willing to pay it? Suffering isn't the enemy. Weakness is. And most people quit not because life got too hard, but because they never trained themselves to withstand pressure. They never got used to hearing no and still pushing forward. They never learned how to fail and not take it personally. But a winner embraces the burn. They don't ask for the fire to stop. They learn to breathe inside of it. You want to win. Then you've got to suffer without breaking. You've got to carry the weight and keep walking. Cry if you must, scream if you have to, but you never stop. You endure. Pressure will expose you. It will show you exactly who you are. And in that moment, you've got two choices: collapse or evolve. Winners evolve. They adapt, they bend, but they never break. They understand that pain is not a punishment, it's a process. The breaking point for most people is the breakthrough point for champions. Where others see the wall, winners see the climb. Where others feel defeat, winners find direction. They don't let suffering define them, they let it refine them. Every scar becomes a badge, every setback becomes fuel. Because for a winner, the hard road is the only road worth walking. Comfort is seductive. It whispers lies. It tells you you've done enough. You've earned a break. You can slow down. But the winner's mindset doesn't fall for that voice. It crushes it. Because the second you get comfortable, you start declining. Progress doesn't live in ease. You think champions are comfortable waking up at 4 a.m., training when they're exhausted, showing up when no one's watching. No. But they do it anyway. Because they've taught themselves that consistency beats comfort. Every single time. They'd rather be exhausted and excellent than rested and average. That's the price. And they pay it gladly. The world won't hand you greatness. It won't gift you success. It will test you over and over again. And every test will ask you one question: are you serious? Because if you are, you'll keep going. You'll keep climbing when your legs shake. You'll keep pushing when the applause stops. Most people want the reward, but they don't want the struggle. They want the title, but not the fight. But a real winner falls in love with the fight. They crave the difficulty because they know that's where the edge is carved. They live where most people quit. And that's what makes them dangerous. Pain teaches you what ease never will. It teaches resilience. It teaches grit. It teaches you that your limits are lies. You think you can't take one more step, and then you do. You think you've given everything, and then you give more. That's how winners are born. Not in glory, not on stage, but in silence, in pain, in private moments when no one claps and no one sees, and you keep going anyway. That's where the winner's mindset is built: in suffering, in resistance, in the moments most people run from, but you walk straight into. Because you know that's where greatness is hiding. Let them doubt you. Let them whisper behind your back. Let them roll their eyes when you speak your dreams out loud. Let them laugh. Let them tell you it's impossible, that you're aiming too high. The people like you don't make it that far. That's good. That's fuel. Because every winner was once doubted. Every champion was once invisible. Every legend was once underestimated by people who couldn't see the fire inside. But it's not their job to see it. It's yours. You don't need validation. You don't need applause. You need the grit to keep going when no one believes in you. Especially when no one believes in you. The people who doubt you aren't the enemy. They're the motivation. Their disbelief isn't your weakness. It's your advantage. Because when you're doubted, you're dangerous. You're working in silence. You're building in the dark. No expectations. No spotlight. Just focus. Just hunger. And that silence becomes power. Because every hour you grind while they're sleeping, every step you take when they say give up, every moment you choose to keep moving instead of quitting, that becomes your weapon. So let them talk. Let them mock you. One day, those same people will ask how you did it. And you'll smile because they were part of the reason you did. Understand something. Being underestimated is a gift. It frees you from pressure. It puts you in the position of the underdog. And the underdog has nothing to lose, only everything to prove. When no one expects anything from you, you can build without judgment. You can fail without shame. You can sharpen your skills in peace. Let them think you're not capable. Let them misjudge your strength. What they don't know is that every moment they count you out, you're counting down. Every doubt is just one more reason to show up harder. Every insult becomes armor. Every rejection becomes fuel. You don't fight back with words. You fight back with results. There will come a day when they change their tune, when they act like they always supported you, when they claim they always knew. And in that moment, you'll feel the most powerful silence of your life. Because you'll know the truth. They weren't there in the struggle. They weren't there when you were broken, and alone. They weren't there when you cried behind closed doors, when you pushed through pain they'll never understand. They weren't there for the sacrifices, the setbacks, the silent victories. And you won't need to remind them. Your success will scream loud enough for both of you. That's why you must stop seeking approval. You don't need to convince anyone. You don't need to explain your path to people who've never walked it. Most people can't handle your vision because it wasn't given to them. It was given to you. And that means it's yours to protect, yours to believe in, yours to build. They'll laugh now, but they'll listen later. They'll ignore you now, but they'll quote you later. Let that truth keep you moving. You don't need their support. You need your own fire. Because when that fire burns bright enough, it lights the way, even in total darkness. They will remember you, but not for the reasons they expect. They'll remember you because you kept showing up, because you turned their doubt into discipline, because you took the stones they threw and used them to build something unshakable. And while they were watching, you were becoming. While they were judging, you were rising. And now they'll say they always believed. You don't need the credit. You don't need the spotlight. You just need the results. And when they finally see what you've built, they won't be able to ignore you because you'll be undeniable. You want to stand out? Then stop trying to blend in. Stop trying to be accepted by people who don't even know who they are. Stop adjusting yourself to fit their comfort zones. You weren't born to be another copy. You weren't designed to be part of the background. You were built for impact, for presence, for purpose. But you can't activate that power while shrinking yourself to make others feel okay. Playing small doesn't serve the world. Diluting your fire to keep the peace will only leave you hollow. You want to be remembered? Then you better start doing things worth remembering. And that starts by refusing to fit in. Fitting in is easy, it's safe, it's predictable. But greatness doesn't live in the safe zones. It lives where people stare, where people question, where people criticize, because they don't understand. They don't understand your energy, your passion, your refusal to conform. But that's not your problem. You're not here to be understood by everyone. You're here to be authentic, to be bold, to make noise in a world that thrives on silence. When you try to be like everyone else, you bury your power. But when you finally decide to break that mold, to be fully, unapologetically you, that's when the world starts paying attention. Undeniable doesn't mean loud. It means real. It means being so locked into your mission that no one can question your worth. It means showing up with so much consistency, so much discipline, so much intent that people can't ignore you, even if they want to. It means building a reputation not from hype, but from performance, from proof. You become undeniable when your actions scream louder than their opinions. When your work speaks before your words ever do. People respect the ones who don't just talk about it, but live it, breathe it, and deliver every time. That's how you stand out. Not by forcing attention, but by commanding it. Most people spend their lives trying to be liked. But being liked is overrated. Being respected, that's different. That's earned. You earn that by standing on something solid, by living with standards, by having the courage to say, "This is who I am, and I won't apologize for it." The world doesn't need more approval seekers. It needs leaders. People who rise not to impress, but to influence. And influence comes from identity, from showing up the same way, whether they love you or hate you. Because the truth is, when you become undeniable, you stop performing for claps and start performing for purpose. Standing out comes at a price. You'll be misunderstood, criticized, rejected. But if everyone agrees with you, you're doing it wrong. If everyone is comfortable around you, you're not pushing hard enough. You weren't meant to stay in their lane. You were meant to create your own. They may not like your ambition. They may not like your standards. But they will respect the results. And that's the only currency that matters. So stop asking, will they like me? Start asking, will they remember me? Because when you're undeniable, they can't erase you. They can't replace you. You become the one they study, the one they quote, the one they never saw coming. This world is full of noise, opinions, trends, fakes. But the real ones, the focused ones, the disciplined, obsessed, authentic ones, they always rise. They don't follow, they lead. They don't mimic. They innovate. They don't hope to fit in. They refuse to. That's what makes them unforgettable. That's what makes them powerful. You want to stand out? Then make a decision right now to never shrink again. Never apologize for wanting more. Never dilute your potential to make someone else feel okay. Don't wait to be picked. Don't wait to be accepted. Become so damn good, so undeniable, that they don't have a choice. There's a version of you that the world hasn't seen yet. One that's raw. One that's real. One that's relentless. But that version can't exist if you keep chasing approval. If you keep shrinking to fit their mold. You'll never build your own identity. You weren't born to follow. You weren't built to imitate. The moment you start conforming is the moment you start dying a slow death inside. That quiet pain you feel. That heaviness in your chest when you silence your voice, when you dull your edge, when you compromise just to be liked. That's your soul screaming for more. Stop ignoring it. Stop quieting it. Let it roar. Greatness demands individuality. It demands that you walk away from the crowd, that you say no to average, even when average is popular, that you set standards that make people uncomfortable. Because when you raise your level, you force the people around you to look in the mirror. And not everyone wants to do that. Some will hate your ambition. Some will resent your growth, and that's fine. Your journey is not up for vote. You don't owe anyone comfort while you're building your legacy. You want to stand out. Then you better be ready to outgrow the very people you once tried to impress. You don't need more followers. You need more conviction. You need to become so deeply rooted in who you are and what you're about that no trend, no opinion, no rejection can shake you. That's what makes someone undeniable. Not noise. Not attention. Certainty. Purpose. Obsession with becoming the best version of yourself. Not just for a season, but for a lifetime. You build that by doing the work when it's boring. By staying locked in when it's lonely. By staying disciplined when distractions scream for your attention. Most people get distracted by everything. Undeniable people stay obsessed with one thing, becoming better. Becoming undeniable means you stop performing and start executing. You stop trying to be seen and start making yourself so valuable that they can't ignore you. You want a seat at the table, then bring something to the table that no one else has. Bring hunger, bring discipline, bring a mindset that terrifies mediocrity. Let others play small. Let others wait their turn. You go create yours. Because the truth is, you don't rise by being polite. You rise by being prepared, by being precise, by being so unshakable in your standards that the world has no choice but to respect you. You're not here to take up space. You're here to own it, to walk into rooms and shift energy, to speak and be heard, to lead, not follow. But that only happens when you stop seeking comfort and start choosing courage. Every single day you get to decide, blend in or break through, hide your voice or raise your standard. Play small or play to win. And the second you stop asking for permission to be great, that's the second the game changes. The world doesn't give crowns to the quiet, it gives them to the relentless, to the bold, to the ones who dare to be undeniable. So, this is your moment. Right here, right now. No more waiting, no more hoping, no more fitting in. You've been playing small for too long. You've been hiding your power under the weight of fear, doubt, and other people's opinions. That ends today. From this second forward, you move like you're chosen. You speak like you're enough. You work like you've already won. Because mentally you have. Let them watch. Let them talk. Let them doubt. But when the dust settles, let them see one thing clearly. You didn't just show up, you took over. And you became absolutely, undeniably unforgettable.